you're going down.
Once we start, ain't nobody gonna help you.
That's the way I want it. Everyone's gonna see who's champ.
Big talk before you hit the mat.
Let's rumble!
No! Hi, I'm Robert Snapsky.
And I'm Carolyn Payne.
And today we're trying a beer style that was invented about 100 years ago.
We're trying two examples of modern milk stout, and no cracks about mother's milk.
I wasn't going to say that.
Right.
Why'd you think I was going to say that?
The first contender is Anytime from Top Shelf Brewing in Manchester, Connecticut.
And in the other corner is Milk Stout Nitro from Hand Brewing in Longmont, Colorado.
Milk stout is also called sweet stout or cream stout and contains lactose, a sugar derived from milk. Because lactose does not ferment with the beer yeast, it adds sweetness, body, and unfortunately calories to the beer.
In the early 1900s, the traditional porters and stouts were losing popularity to mild versions that were sweeter but went stale quickly. Milk added sweetness while keeping the stout fresh tasting. Breweries at that time made claims that the milk stout was especially nutritious and healthy to drink, so sales really took off.
Yeah, but there's no actual nutritional value in milk stout, so it doesn't really justify drinking it every day.
Yeah, it's okay. There's plenty of other reasons.
Reasons? You want reasons? How about we employ our senses for see,
smell,
and sip?
Our first round is C. So I'm going to start with the Anytime here. Pours pretty dark.
Has a lot of head.
Yeah. When we first poured this, mine had a lot of head. Yours had a real lot of head.
I did a hard pour.
Yeah, it was a little hard. So yeah, I shouldn't smell it yet. Getting ahead of myself.
Don't get excited.
Pretty dark. Nice fluffy, pillowy head on there. Adequately carbonated. Tiny bubbles.
And the left hand.
On my right.
You had to pour this one hard to get head.
Yeah, it actually says on the six-pack, on the outside of the six-pack, pour hard. So yeah, I had to pour pretty hard to actually get head on this. So there was a big difference there.
This one in the light, I think, has a little bit more of red to it in tone.
I think they both have red, but this one's just a little bit lighter.
Just
so
a
you
little.
can see it a little bit more. But they both look like stouts to me. What do you give that?
Yeah, I mean, all things considered, now that the head has gone down, they look very similar.
Yeah, they do.
And they look like a great classic stout. I'd give them both a 4, I think.
I'm gonna give them both a 5. I think they look great.
All right, now smell. So I have to confess that of any beer, stout, specifically a chocolate stout, which this has chocolate malt in, I have a hard time with due to a bad experience.
Yeah.
So,
a little sense memory issue there.
Yes, so I will tread lightly here and try to be fair in my judgment as we approach smell.
Good luck.
Yep.
You definitely get chocolate right off the bat, right?
Yeah, definitely bringing back some memories.
Big bitter chocolate smell, a little coffee, your normal roasty, dark roasty notes. Not a lot of sweetness on the nose to me.
No, it is.
It is well, I guess a little bit from the chocolate.
It's very,
but it's more roasty to me.
In that roasty chocolate. Yeah. It's a very strong smell.
Like bitter chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And
let's check out the milk stout. They're both milk stout. The left hand. Not as strong of an aroma.
There's almost a skunky smell with
I would
this
say
one.
musty. I wouldn't say skunky. I get musty, but I'm definitely not getting that chocolatey, roasty smell that I get out of
this is
guy.
bringing back bad memories, and this is creating new bad memories. I'm not really sure which one I want to go for here.
Right. Well, we got to give him a rating, so buck up, cowboy.
All right, so for the Anytime, if you like chocolate stout or a milk stout, it's it would probably be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and say a 3.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a 4. Now that my nose is kind of acclimated to it, I am picking up actually a milk smell along with those cereal grains. It actually does, it smells like a bowl of chocolate cereal.
A bowl
to
of
me.
Cocoa Krispies.
Yeah, or Cocoa Puffs or something like that.
And for our competitor milk stout, this one, it's just too, I'm actually going to give that a 2.
A 2? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to give it a 3.
All right.
Pretty middle of the road, pretty neutral to me as far as stouts go. I mean, I get a little aroma, but comparatively, I mean, not even close. Third round, sip. Now, milk stout should be a little sweet.
Like a dessert beer.
Yeah, like ice cream. I'm going to start with the Anytime.
Here we go. Yep.
How's that chocolate sitting for you? Definitely like chocolate milk. Yeah, not quite as sweet as that.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, this is different than a straight chocolate stout in that you do have that milk. You can I taste a milk.
Yeah, you definitely get that milk, but you also get, like we were getting in the aroma, in the smell, we were getting a lot of roasty flavors too. So that's really coming through.
It kind of tastes like a mocha beer.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's sort of like the
with
mocha
a little
beer
charring,
world.
little burnt
Yeah.
taste to it too. Yeah. Some coffee.
Yeah.
Definitely in their espresso kind of taste. So let's give the left hand a taste here. Super smooth. So that is coming from the nitro, right?
Right.
This has got CO2. This has got nitro in it, and that gives it that really, really creamy taste, which you kind of get with a milk stout anyway because of the lactose. But I mean, the nitro really gives it that creamy mouthfeel.
It is creamy, but it doesn't really have that hard hit that you expect from a stout. It sort of is almost just too...
It's easy.
Yeah, but in a
drinking.
kind of easy and a passive way.
It's very passive.
And
yeah,
I can't believe I'm saying this, but if I had to choose between these two, and this is probably how I got into trouble with chocolate stout before, I would choose the Anytime. Yeah, just because if I'm going to drink something, I really want that flavor to be strong.
It's definitely got a big, strong flavor comparatively. And I think that's what they were going for, right? I think the left hand was going for an easier drinking. That's why they added the nitro in the first place.
Right, and it is an easy to drink beer.
Yeah.
All right.
If you were going to have a lot, I would go with the left hand.
I would definitely recommend, if you're going to have a lot, not doing this.
If you're going to have one, I go
experience.
with the Anytime, even though it says you can have it anytime.
Don't. All right, numbers. So I think for the Anytime, I guess, I mean, I'm going to not like myself for this. It's a 4.
I'm going to give it a 4 too. Absolutely. Not a 4-2, but a 4 as well.
And for the left hand, I'm gonna give it a 2.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I think it's fine, but I don't dislike it and I don't love it. So middle of the road, give it a 3.
And our winner is Anytime with a score of 24 versus Left Hand, which has 19.
Yeah, pretty big difference this.
It is, and you know, for me who went into this thinking I was not gonna like that at all. I think that's a really good score. I mean, it was a really good milk stout.
It had big flavor. I think that's where the real big difference came. The left hand had, like I said, a wonderful mouthfeel. It's nice and smooth, easy drinking. But for me, I like big flavors.
It
wasn't even a contest.
It just lacked flavor. So there it is, Anytime.
Anytime is the winner.
Yes.
I'm gonna have some right now.
Go for it. And if you want to tell us what beers that you want us to try, beers to torture me with, haunt my dreams,
contact us on our Facebook or website and let us know what you think of our show. Cheers.